What's up guys, Ahmad here. Today I'm talking to you guys about how I connect with people from various backgrounds, from any circle, without coming across as fake. You know, you want people to know that you're real, you keep it real, you're 100% authentic. So today we're talking about that, but before we get to that, I'm just craving some coffee. I don't know why, I don't drink coffee very often, but sometimes I just crave it. And we're gonna take care of that first. How about that? Gonna grab this drink and I'll meet you guys back at the house. Just what I needed. Last week I talked a little bit about the power of relationships that you're building, and this week I really wanted to go into a little more detail about how to build those relationships. That's something that we all struggle with. We're not perfect. We don't always blend in. Sometimes we're awkward. Sometimes we just don't know how to connect with people without coming across as fake or trying to be something that we're not. So I really wanted to sit down and share with you some of the things that I do that help me to really make authentic connections and not just network, quote unquote. So the first thing that I do is I observe. We've been conditioned to think about, having our 30-second elevator speeches ready and to really be in pitch mode all the time. You're just walking up to people and just pitching yourself. I found that really doesn't work for me personally. First of all, you're rarely in an elevator with somebody you want to be in an elevator with. And second of all, most of my interactions are in public settings with various people standing around. So I like to observe, what are people wearing? What are they talking about? What do they seem like they're interested in? I'm trying to gauge my audience, right? People talk about how important knowing your audience is in communications when you're giving a presentation, but it's also true when you're building those connections. And once I'm done really collecting the data that I feel like I need to really have a meaningful engagement with somebody, then I can react. So that's the second piece, reacting to what you've just observed. I can share so many stories about going to recruiting conferences, thousands of people. I was with ExxonMobil doing interviews, trying to get new candidates, new recruits, new talent. And sometimes I would get these conversations of people asking me, how's your day, and things of that nature, which is fine, but that's not gonna make you stand out. You wanna have good quality questions that have some meat on them, or maybe you wanna make a joke, a light joke, but something that's relevant to your audience. You can only do that after you've observed, then you can react based on what you just observed. If I'm talking to a Dallas Cowboy fan, I'm gonna have a totally different approach than if I'm talking to somebody who is really super nerdy and just totally focused on business and financials and things of that nature. And that leads me to the final tip, I captivate. To captivate means that you're getting somebody's attention and you're keeping it. This is the hardest part because it's easier said than done, but once you've practiced it a little bit, you're gonna get better at it. So you've observed, you've reacted, you've got that little intro, maybe you made a joke or asked a good question, now you're part of the conversation. So now how do you captivate? I've always tried to get better at the humble brag. It's a way to boost yourself up a little bit, but in a way that doesn't come across as narcissistic. So if I'm talking to that Cowboys fan and I see they're having a conversation about football, I may come in, make a light joke or something. Maybe I work into the conversation. Yeah, I've been a fan since I was a kid and I played football with Terrence Williams back in college. See, right there I've gotten their attention. Just by making a little side comment, I didn't make the whole conversation about me, but I just kind of eased it on in there that I played football with hopefully somebody that they like that's on the team. If it's somebody that they don't like that's on the team, well then yeah, that's where the practice comes into play and you gotta learn how to pivot. But generally speaking, if you've paid attention and you've observed and you've inserted yourself into the conversation correctly, you can do that type of a move, and 99% of the time it's worked out for me. So those are just 3 simple things that I do. I observe, I react, I captivate. It's very simple, and I will say this, knowing when to walk away from the conversation, even if it's somebody you're excited to talk to, you've been waiting to talk to them for a long time, part of captivating is knowing when to leave. Leave them wanting more. Do not overstay your welcome in a conversation. So if these 3 things are something that you are interested in trying, practicing, working on, and getting better at, leave me a comment below. Let me know that you're gonna work on it. Let me know you feel me a little bit. And don't forget to like and share this video, because somebody needs to hear it. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.